of things to close with. When Chris DeVol started bugging me with 1,000 emails a day saying, please come back, I wasn't sure what I was going to find. And as I wrote in the Gab in the spring, I found a chapter of undergraduates, not that unlike when Rich and Mike and Rodney and Chris and Rich Goldbeck and I were here. Carl asked me last night, when we were going through the photo book, I'm paraphrasing, but I think I'm pretty close, Carl, correct me if I'm wrong. He said, how did we get from that to where we were recently? And I thought about it, and my answer to him was, because somewhere along the line, the bulk of the alumni of this chapter failed to show up. Now, there have been a handful of people for too long who have carried this chapter. One of them has already pointed out, and I can do this around the room with a couple of them besides Dan, you would not have a chapter house that you would be sitting in called ATO for but a handful of people. What I promise you is if you continue to hold the ideals and the respect and the characteristics of what an ATO is, those of us that have stepped up to come on board will work just as tirelessly to bring back the alumni base so that we won't have a discussion again of how did we go from that to where we just were. There are some lingering thoughts where people talk about how did we get there. For the most part, let me point out to the alums and remind the undergrads, we're not talking about you guys. I think every single person who's been here more than just this weekend has seen where you've come in the last 12 months. We couldn't be happier with it. Mike Water gives me updates as undergraduate chapter relations, gets rich updates all the time. We could not be happier, we could not be more proud. And we promise you as a board to work just as hard to bring your alumni back so that we can do the things we need.